Now, from your weather authority, meteorologist Cody Bailey.
6:13 now is your time as you head out on this Friday morning for the morning drive. Conditions this morning actually don't feel too bad, even though it is going to be warmer and humid later on today. The humidity right now is tolerable for sure. Some places it's actually pretty comfortable to start our day today, but that will change in a drastic way as we kick off the weekend, and then we're going to be stuck in this hot, very humid, almost dangerous type of heat pattern as we head all the way through at least most of next week. It looks like most of the tri-state under the heat advisory that goes into effect tomorrow. So today, no heat alert for your Friday. It is going to be warmer and more humid, though, but we'll have the high temperatures, your air temperatures in the mid-90s with heat index values as high as 105 or even higher in some times of the day, some locations as well. So some tips there. You want to limit any time outdoors. If you are going to be working outside, you want to maybe try to avoid the hottest points of the day, working early in the morning, later in the afternoon and evening. Take frequent breaks in the shade, stay hydrated. And I love how the Weather Service put this in their description this morning too, saying bring more water, drink more water than you think you need, because you don't want to be in a spot where you end up running out of water and need to stay hydrated. So it's a good advice from the Weather Service there too. But again, no major issues for today. We've got a beautiful start to our Friday. The sun's shining down on the quad, the Liberal Arts Building there on the campus of USI out on the west side. On the east side, it's equally beautiful with calm conditions and traffic for the Friday morning drive. Looking, everything's running smoothly as well. The Lloyd in good shape, I-69 in good shape. That's our Diamond Valley Federal Credit Union tower camera. And temperatures, again, pretty comfortable. No 70s just yet. That will likely be changing here as we progress through the next hour or so. We're already 69 in Evansville, 68 for Owensboro, mid-60s though to the south, and some more mid-60s to the northwest over in southern Illinois. May take a little bit longer, slightly longer, but we'll all get into the 80s, and I think some of us will hit 90 for the high for today. But there's a look at your alerts map. That heat advisory for most of the tri-state, with the exception of our far eastern counties, which are covered by the office, the Weather Service office out of Louisville, who may end up issuing their own advisory downstream later today, early tomorrow. They did go ahead and put out a special weather statement. That's outlined in that orange shading as well for those high heat index values, but it looks like they're kind of waiting on maybe later today or again the weekend if they're going to issue a heat advisory. Even if you're not, it's going to be very hot, very humid, and potentially dangerous as well. It's all because of this area of high pressure that's going to form what we call a heat dome, basically a large area of high pressure. It's going to set up and expand over us, keeping us dry for the most part, but also allowing that heat and humidity to build with the southerly wind. Not quite a Bermuda high, but kind of a similar setup where we get some in the summertime. Again, no stranger here. It's just coming in with a bang for our first heat wave of the season, with highs in the mid-90s as we head into the weekend and early next week. Precipitation-wise, really no issues to talk about. We're also going to be in a very summer-like pattern, mainly dry, but the only chances of rain that we have over the next week will be those isolated pop-up style of storms as we head into primarily Monday and beyond of next week too. But those chances right now about 15 to 20%, may pick up to about 30 to 35% by Wednesday to Thursday of next week. Still not a guaranteed rain, and most of us will stay dry. So in terms of the impacts that all of us will feel, it's the heat, it's the humidity. Here's how our future tracker handles the heat for tomorrow. 100 to 105 for that feels like temperature. Same story on Sunday. And I've been mentioning all morning long that the heat advisory right now goes until Tuesday, but you have identical conditions for Wednesday, Thursday, even into Friday of next week. So it would not surprise me at all if the Weather Service ends up extending that heat advisory. Today, though, calling for a high of around 90 degrees, and that will set the stage to transition from the tolerable heat and humidity today to the more oppressive type of heat and humidity for the weekend. So again, if you have to be outdoors at any point, stay hydrated, wear those light colors, the loose-fitting clothing to try and help you stay cool as best as you can. Take frequent breaks in the shade, as I mentioned, and we've got the heat alert for Tuesday. That's when the advisory is set to run through. But again, 94 still very humid Wednesday, 92 very humid Thursday. Those are still the conditions that we would likely see a heat advisory as well. So even if you're not in that advisory, still going to be potentially dangerous as we go through at least the next week or so.